Hello all you beautiful peoples, it's me again, and I figured after those fat loss videos and whatnot, I should just come in and give you guys kind of a fluffy thing and a light-hearted thing, which is something I need right now. So anyway, there's a couple of websites. I just spoke to my hubby at work, and he gave me two other websites on, remember I told you about tnation.com? Well, those people apparently had changed their website address to, I mean, you can still type in tnation, www.t/nation.com, and then it will jump to www.tmuscle.com. Now girls, that might be a website that you guys might not enjoy as much, because it really is a website for mostly men. The T stands for testosterone, used to be Testosterone Nation, and now it is T-Muscle. There are really interesting articles. I mean, I have fun reading them, and I have to say it's a little crude sometimes, because it's written by guys, obviously, mostly. But it really is a fun website. But there's a couple of alternatives for you girls out there, and I will put those, I will either do this like block thingy and just put it up here, or I will just put it in the sidebar for you. Another website that is really good, and this is a guru, people, and you will get more information on this site that I can give you in 1000 lifetimes in my 10-minute videos, okay? So go check it out. The first one is www.bodyrecomposition.com, okay? And then there's another one called www.exrx.net. Now, one of these websites, now which one is it? I think it's the or is it the Body Recomposition? Which, check out all three of those websites anyway. One of those websites, the next two that I give you, the Body Recomposition and the EXRX, girls, is a fabulous website, because they actually have this little thing in the sidebar where you can go on an exercise. So if you click on a type of exercise or whatever, and then they have a little figurine or a man or something, or a little video showing you how to do these exercises. And instead of me standing here in my salon showing you guys how to do the exercises, I will still do that. I don't mind if you guys want that. But this website is really full of information on fat loss, body recomposition, and the guy that in this body recomposition website, that guy is a guru. Now I would give my left arm to be trained by that man. Let me tell you that, because he has so much knowledge. He has spent so many years studying and training and reading up everything about your body, how your body works, your composition, dieting, training. That's his life. That is what he does, and we get a lot of our information from this guy. He is an absolute brilliant man. You have to dig around the website a little bit, but you will find absolutely invaluable information there. So enough about that for now. This is supposed to be my light-hearted video, and I only have 6 minutes left for that. I wanted to tell you guys, so I met a bunch of you guys. I was asking people to come to me and say hi and tell me about yourselves, and I tell you, these women seem like they have such beautiful lives, and I enjoyed so much chatting with you guys and hearing from you, and to see what you do and what you're up to. And I figured maybe you guys would want to know a little bit about me. First thing, I think everybody knows that I have an accent. Obviously, I don't sound American or even British properly, or any of those things. I'm actually originally from South Africa, and so is my husband. We immigrated here. My daughter's 14, so 13 years ago. We immigrated to Canada when my daughter was just over a year old, and my son was born here 4 years later. So actually, he was Canadian before we were Canadian. We haven't applied for our citizenship when he was born yet, so we only got our citizenship after that. So it's kind of a big joke in my house that my son was a Canadian before the rest of the family is Canadian. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my trip. Anybody who knows anything of South Africa, not many places South Africa is a very dry country. Not many places have snow. The places that actually have snow, it's only on the mountaintops, and it's basically a dusting. So I have never ever seen snow in my life, except for on movies. that I've seen on TV or you know, in the movie theaters or whatnot. So would we not get on a plane with our 3 suitcases, our little girl underneath our arm, coming from one of the hottest countries out there, landing in Canada in the middle of the winter on the 13th of February. I tell you, it was quite the culture shock. First of all, we didn't have the right clothes to wear when we came here, and being kind of towards the end of winter, which was like 13th of February, they didn't have any snow jackets or snowsuits for kids or gloves or anything. They had bikinis and shorts and summer clothes in the stores. And I remember coming to this country and I thought, these are the weirdest people I have ever seen in my life. How can it be like so frozen outside? Remember, I've never seen snow, so every single time we walked out the door, I kept on touching the snow with my hands, and it hurt like hell because I didn't have gloves on. And then I would run back in, and then I'd put my hands under warm water to try and thaw my fingers. And then, you know, anybody who's ever, I don't know if anybody out there has actually immigrated to a different country, it was quite the adventure. It was something that was out of this world. I came to Canada, which was this, like, compared to South Africa, this first world country, and they had all these funky things that we don't have in South Africa. And I remember the first time I went into a mall coming here, I was like a dog, people, that I just needed a bone to put in my mouth because my mouth was hanging open from all the things that I've seen. And I remember after we booked into the hotel, we decided to walk around a bit and, you know, see what's out there. So the first mall we ever walked into, the first store they had was a Bell Canada store. And they had all these phones that I have never seen in my life. I mean, a phone is a thing you pick up and it's got buttons, and you either dial it or you push it and you call somebody. Here I come into this store and they have this whole setup with a Coke, Pepsi Cola, something thing, and you pick up the Coke can and that's your phone. And they had this Garfield phone where you pick up, I don't know which part of Garfield to talk on, but I remember I was in this store and I ran. These people, I don't think they thought I came from another country. I think they thought I came from another planet, because I kept on running around and what is this and what is this and what do you do with it? Does this work? Can you plug it into the wall? Does it work? And it was like people were looking at me like I was from another planet. So that was my first time. I was like a little kid. Johan was just standing, you know, outside the store, and I think I spent an hour, excuse me, an hour in that store looking at all these weird phones. I've never seen such a thing in my life. You pick up a leg of a woman, you pick up a Garfield butt, you pick up a Coke can, and it's a phone. It was, I've never seen such a thing, these types of things in my life, so it was quite amazing. Now, I've spoken so much on the phones and whatnot, I wanted to tell you guys my television thing as well. When we actually moved from the hotel into an apartment, we decided to buy obviously a TV and a computer, because you have to look for a job and then you have to be entertained at the same time, you know. So we got the TV and I plugged it in the wall. Now in South Africa, you plug it in the wall and there's channels, like 3 or 4 channels, right? So I'm plugging it in the wall. I can't get this TV to go. It turns on and it's just, nothing is working, right? Now the television provider in Canada is called Rogers, obviously Rogers Cable or whatever. Anyway, nobody told me that. We haven't spoken to anybody. We've hardly met anybody. So I called the place where we ordered the television, and I said to the guy, the TV is not working, we need to bring it back. And I was very distraught over that, because, you know, we will spend all this money and blah blah. And the guy's like, well, did you plug it in? I said, yes, I plugged it in. And I'm just gonna keep going, because like this I've got 50 seconds left anyway. So he said, did you call Rogers? And or did you call Rogers? I heard Roger, and I just was wondering, what's this guy? And I'm going, who's Roger? Well, that was the TV cable company that I had to call. Anyway, so I have tons of experiences like that, which was quite fun. But I do love living in Canada. I have to say I hate the snow, and I don't think I'll ever be acclimatized to it. I don't do any winter sports because I don't want to break anything and then, you know, screw up being able to go to the gym and work out my muscles. So that's it for now. I hope that little bit of information gives you guys an insight into my life. And I hope you guys have a lovely day until I see you again. Keep well, guys. Bye-bye.